So class A, inside the class A, I have considered one variable of integer type I. Next one, class B, inside that we are using virtual public, means we are using the virtual base class, and inside that I have again one more, I have considered one more variable as a J. Similarly, inside the class C, I have considered one more variable as a K, and inside the class D, I have used one more variable as a sum, and inside the main I'm going to perform the addition of all these variables. So I'll just show you the implementation of this code. Before that, this particular concept is again valid for the variables also, guys. Suppose I will just use the variable a as 10 here, and I will comment out this code, this member function, and suppose I want to display that variable. Yes, how we are going to display that variable, guys? Yes, what is the logic? How we are going to display that variable which is available inside the base class? Guys, yes,
Object dot variable.
means d dot a. I have considered small a. So I will execute this code. So it will display a as a 10. So this particular virtual concept means with the help of that virtual, we are going to access both members as well as functions from the base class to the derived class. Okay. Now let us execute that particular code. Yes, what is that? In that case, I have considered all the three different variables. I just declared all the variables in all the classes. A, next one is the B, next is the C, is the D, or I will just mark it as a sum. And inside the main function, I'm going to perform the addition of all this. So for that particular purpose, first of all, initialize all the variables. So I will initialize first variable A, which is available inside the base class, that is inside the class A. Similarly, d dot B as a 20, next d dot C as a 30, and then d dot sum. Yes, how you are going to calculate this sum? D dot A plus D dot
B
plus D dot C, and I am going to display that particular sum with the help of that instance D dot sum. So once I will execute this code, it will display the sum as a 60. Means here in this case, inside the class A, I have considered one variable A, and I am going to access that particular A variable inside the from class B or from class C. So only one instance is created for that particular A variable, either from class B or class C, and that is accessible inside the class D. So this is related with virtual base class, and this particular virtual base class is available or used inside the inside the which type. This is valid inside the hybrid inheritance, because again with respect to hybrid, it will generate the ambiguity. So that's why it is related with hybrid. So next one, okay, virtual function. Okay, before moving towards virtual function, guys, I want to tell you something, the binding concept, because depend upon this binding, this particular virtual function concept because depend upon that binding, this particular virtual function is work. So first of all, I will tell you what is meant by the binding. So basically, with respect to binding is basically classified into two different types. First one is the, is anyone is familiar with this binding concept? First one is the early binding, and the second one is the, we call it as a late binding. In another word, late binding is also called as dynamic binding. Okay, and early binding is also called as yes, early binding is also called as, yes, early binding is also called as
Static binding.
static binding.
Static binding.
Okay, so these are the two different types with respect to binding. First one is the early binding, and second one is the late binding. So if you are talking about the early binding, so in case of early binding, we are performing, the first one is the, we are performing the function overloading as well as operator overloading and many more. Means in both case of bindings, we are just performing the polymorphism. So in case of first one, early binding, we are performing the static polymorphism, and in case of late binding, we are performing the dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. So in case of early binding, we are going to initialize all these methods initially at what time? At compile time. Okay, so this particular binding is done at compile time, and in case of late binding, this particular binding is done at, yes, this binding is done at runtime. Runtime means in which case this binding is done at the time of execution. Okay guys, so I will just tell you what is meant by the early binding. So this particular early binding is also called as compile time polymorphism. So in case of compiler, directly associates an address to the function call. So when we are going to define different functions inside that class, and we are just providing the different calls, just like inside the main, we are going to provide the call to the particular function which is available inside the upper class. So that particular concept is called as early binding, because we are directly going to assign the address of that particular function to the call. So this is called as early binding, because initially at compile time, compiler is going to assign that particular address to the that particular method. Suppose I will just write the example. This is the class A, and inside the public scope, I will write the method as a display. Okay, I will close this particular function, sorry, class, and inside the main, I will write, yes, inside the main, I'll create the object of the A, and with the help of A, I'm going to call that particular method. So this is nothing but call. So when compiler is going to provide the call with respect to that particular method, because first of all, compiler is going to scan this particular class and he will assign some address to this particular display method. And with respect to main, when compiler is going to provide the call with respect to this method, address is already available with respect to compiler, then compiler directly initialize that address with respect to this call. So this will happen at compile time. So this is achieved with the help of early binding, or this is called as static binding, because before execution compiler is going to assign the address to that called function. Yes guys, clear what is meant by early binding? Yes guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, means before execution your compiler is going to assign the address of that address to the method. And with respect to late binding, here in this case what will happen, in case of late binding, the compiler adds code or the identifiers to the object at runtime with respect to match. If suppose multiple methods are there with respect to particular class, and compiler is going to confuse which method is for which call, in that case this particular runtime polymorphism or late binding works. Means here in this case address is not directly provided with respect to this particular class. So I will just show you two different examples with respect to early binding and late binding, so you'll get the better idea. Simple examples. So the first example is related with, I'll consider for late binding. I'll mark it as a late binding. So for that particular purpose I will use the one class as a base, and inside that base I will write one method to show something, and inside the show I will just write the message cout in which class currently we are in base class. So I have written that particular message. Guys, first of all I will complete this code and then I will explain you, because this second one is the derived class and we are going to access all the members of base class. I have written just simple code. So inside that public I will use the same method which is available inside the base class, and I will write the one more func display line inside the derived class. Now currently I am inside the derived class. Okay, so now I will provide the call from the main. Okay, so first of all I will create the pointer variable for base class as a b, and I'll assign the address to that pointer variable from the derived class. So here in this case what I have done, I have created one pointer variable for class b and I have assigned the address to that pointer variable from the derived class. So suppose I will provide, or I will just call the show method and just provide the return 0. Yes, what it will display, guys? I'll show you. It will show in the base class. Okay, means for this particular call, this particular method is going to be called, because we are going to call that particular method from the object of the base class. Okay, because in the both classes that particular function is available. Yes guys, that particular function is available, but what will happen, the function call decide at compile time which call or the pointer variable is going to call the which call. So here in this case, first of all compiler is going to scan the first show method, then inside the derived class he is going to scan the second show method, but first of all he will scan the first method. So that's why here in this case he will directly assign to this call the address of the first method, because we are talking about the early binding. So in case of early binding he will get the address of the first method. So this is called as early binding. Now I will use one more. I will do one change inside the base class. That is, I will add one more keyword, virtual, inside the base class. Yes, is this visible, guys? This virtual keyword I have added before that show method. Yes, guys. Yes. Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will happen once I will add this virtual keyword to this particular or before that particular function, he will not assign the address of this method to this particular call. So because once we will use this virtual keyword, so it will execute at runtime, or he will execute at runtime. So I will execute the code, same code. So just look at the output, guys. Only due to that virtual keyword, it will just display the now compiler or the address of the output window just display I am in derived class, because once I have used the virtual keyword inside the base class. So here in this case, virtual means what? We are not assigning the address of that method to that particular call. So because that particular call is, or that particular address is by default assigned at runtime. So that's why this particular method or the address of this method is not assigned at compile time. So that's why this particular method is directly, or this particular address is assigned to this particular class. So that's why he will display inside the derived class. Okay, so this is related with late binding. And when we are going to call with the help of the address of this base class, at that time he will display inside the base class. Okay, so you will get the difference. What is the use of this virtual keyword? Once I will remove this virtual keyword, it will display output I am inside the base class. And once I will add that keyword, means what? The address is not available. It will generate at runtime. So that's why it will display I am inside the derived class. Because for the second case, once I will use the virtual, this particular address is not available. Only the address of this show method is available, and this particular address is directly initialized to this call. So that's why in case of second one, it will display I am in derived class. Okay, guys, clear how it works, early binding and late binding? I will share both the codes. Just try to solve or execute, and tomorrow again I will explain you shortly. Okay. Yes, guys, reply.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. You have one more lecture next. Before that, I will just repeat this particular main code. Yes, can anyone just tell me